Okay, so let's pretend this is your entire marketplace right now. Right now, you're doing whatever you can to drum up some net new business, whether that's cold outreach, paid traffic, content marketing, whatever it is. You're trying to sift through all of this noise and you're trying to find the buyers here. You're trying to find the needles within this big old haystack. But the problem is that right now there's a ton of wasted time, wasted energy, money, resources trying to find these needles first in order to get them into your pipeline. What we do is identify only the active shoppers in your marketplace so that you can make your marketing, prospecting, and sales outreach much more efficient and much smarter. So instead of using a shotgun to shoot at a target that's 75 yards away, we want to give you a rifle with the best scope so that you can pursue only the best opportunities out there without any wasted resources. You will immediately be able to load up your drip email sequences, maybe deploy an outbound call campaign, and connect with only the people who are actively shopping for your solution and do it any way that you can. Make sense so far? Great. So now onto the buyer's journey. This is where we find all this crucial data and identify these opportunities. It's pretty simple here, broken down into these 6 stages, and a customer becomes aware of a problem that they have, right? Then they begin to define that problem. They start looking for ways to solve it, and these 3 stages are what we call in market. Then they start checking out some vendors and some solutions in the marketplace, and now it'll be time for them to hop on the phone with one of those vendors and have a chat with someone on their team or your team. Finally, decision day. These last 3 stages are what we call site visitor, and the reason is because there is not a single client of yours, a single customer that has ever became that client without visiting your website at one point. So they've all been to your website before ever giving you money. The problem is, though, that according to Gartner, 68% of this buyer's journey it's already completed before you ever know someone is in the market for your solution anyway. So you're giving up all of this control to the status quo up until this point. We want to give you the control back to you by enabling you to get into this journey much easier. This way you'll be able to easily control, this path to purchase and guide these prospects along at your speed and feed them the content you want to give them, your information, and do it at the right time. This is all done by way of identity resolution technology and something called an identity graph. So right now we are tracking over 150 million US adults and collecting 40 billion pieces of real-time crucial data every single day. Data that is left behind by the people that mean the most to you, the people who are in your market, are in your audience, but they're also actively shopping for your solution. We also identify the low-hanging fruit in your marketplace using this, as well as uncover any existing demand out there that you don't even know about, and tell you the names of the known and unknown contacts who are on your website right now, even if they aren't in your ecosystem. Think of an identity graph now as like an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet. It's basically a massive database that stores all of the unique identifiers that correlate with your customers and your prospects. Identifiers like personal emails, work emails, device IDs, browsers, all that good stuff. On average, a person is going to use 4 different smart devices throughout the day. They're going to be all over the internet, consuming all types of content, and doing some research and shopping for your solution, the solution that you provide. Each person that has ever bought your solution has followed this chronological path to purchase. Because we can customize our algorithm to your solution and its intent, the buying intent, we can accurately predict when someone is going to buy, not just telling you the company or the account that was on your website, the actual individual and their digital behaviors. So let's take a look at Bob here. He just dipped his toes into the market and our algorithm picked up on it. He's going to follow this chronological path to purchase, and we need to get you in this as early as possible so you have total control over this opportunity and make sure that they end up with you versus a competitor or a rival, and instead of leaving it up to the status quo here. And since we're already tracking Bob, our algorithm will pick up on his digital behaviors and call the identity graph and identify him as an opportunity. It'll begin watching him more closely to determine his intent, and this is all done, updated in real time within milliseconds. So now that you know who Bob actually is, and you've got this total control. He's just entered the market, though. He needs to be nurtured. So maybe you're going to send him an email or add him to a drip sequence, or maybe even send him a piece of direct mail. Nurture him with the content and the value you already have and attract him back to your website. You can also deliver this content or get in front of him with any paid channel because you know who he is. You have this first party data that you own and control, so you can take it to any platform you want to use and make sure you're targeting only the most relevant prospects in your marketplace. Now that you've got Bob attracted to your website, we can resolve his identity. And this is where it really, really gets good. Because it's your first party data, now you have a boatload of information that you can craft the perfect message for him and send it to him at the most ideal, the most perfect time. Again, he still needs to be nurtured a bit, and email drip sequences work wonders here. But maybe he's further along and he's been on your website 10 different times in the past 3 weeks. Pick up the phone and call him. Go to LinkedIn, find him on there, send him a message, or just send him an email and open up that conversation. Because with this insight, you're going to know what he's done and where he's been on the internet up until this point with regards to your solution. And then you're going to know what he's done on your website. So you're going to know who he is. You're going to know what he wants. You're going to know where he works, and you're going to know how to contact him. So my one question to you, if we gave you all of the Bobs out there with all of this insight and they were actively shopping for your solution, do you have a process in place right now that would effectively convert him to a prospect into a paying customer? If you said yes, I think that it would be very beneficial to have us open this conversation. And you're going to do that with a button, a link below, or whatever, or a form. Fill out that form and let's get in touch. Let's just find a time and take 15 to 20 minutes and open this conversation and see if this even fits in with what you've got going on for your goals for this next year, and whether that's changed or not since the pandemic. I'm sure it has, but let's take some time and see if this is something that could really help you drum up some net new business and find the people who are out there that they're going to buy your solution anyway, a solution like yours. So let's get them to you. Fill out that form below. I look forward to talking to you soon.